so afraid. The Japanese people, they didn't even want the Olympics to take place. Here's an interesting question. Why have I not been afraid one day since the beginning, and most people have been scared out of their minds? Isn't that an interesting question? Now, you could say I'm a lunatic. If that's your answer, fine. But it is a worthy question. Now, why wasn't the living martyr? Now, you might say, well, that's why he has the name living martyr. He was actually hoping for COVID. To tell the truth, I was hoping for COVID. I wanted to get the antibodies early on. But I've been taking ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine and vitamin D and zinc. And I was living with two people who had COVID. I did not wear a mask in their presence, and I did not socially distance in their presence, nor did my wife. So that's a real interesting question. Even if you are far left, well, there's no difference between far left and left. There's a difference between left and liberal. Even if you are left, you got to admit it's an interesting question. Why are you far more likely to be scared than a conservative? Right? That is a legit question. My answer is you're just scared. You're scared of everything. That's why you have safe spaces on college campuses. You're constantly scared. You're scared that you will die of the world overheating. Right? What are you not scared of? The only thing I'm scared of is you taking over the country. I have no other fears. But you fear everything, and that is animating in a leftist. There was no protest all this year. There's still none. Kids of 2 have to wear a mask on a plane. Are you joking? And you think that is rational? How many 2-year-olds have died of COVID versus other reasons for dying? How many 2-year-olds have killed anybody with COVID? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds. Yes. So the Tokyo Olympics will take place with no one in the stadium. It loses something, would you say? It's sort of meant to be done in front of yes. The opening night ceremony, there will be nobody cheering. And now the team from Holland. Silence. Isn't it fascinating? Why is there no such thing as, hey, you want to kill yourself? You go out there without a mask, but I'm not going to force you to wear one. Oh, because you'll kill me. Yeah, but I thought you were vaccinated. Yeah, but it doesn't always work. There you go. It's a deterioration in the American character that has taken place over the last 50 years, 75 years actually, beginning with the baby boomers, who were spoiled by the greatest generation. Greatest generation didn't know how to raise children. The parents of the greatest generation knew how to raise children. And their parents and their parents and their parents and their parents. And by the way, one of the signs of poor upbringing is wanting to be loved by your child at all times. As if parents are in a popularity contest. Hey, bud. I know a lot of you call your kid bud or buddy. And a lot of times you're a wonderful parent, but it's not my theme. Your child is not your buddy. It's your child. I don't call my son, except sometimes it's a joke, or I pick up the phone, how you doing, son? I call them by their names. But I prefer son to buddy. What do you think, son? So yesterday, I was on Carl Jackson's show in Orlando, Florida. I am very proud to have brought to radio, to national radio, Carl Jackson. He was already on radio. And he will be sitting in, apparently, for Larry Elder. He announced it. And he thanked me for making that possible. And I now have 3 people that I have brought to radio. Larry Elder, Carl Jackson, and Julie Hartman. It's a wonderful thing to do that. Carl Jackson mentioned to me how he was raised. It was really, it's something worth playing for you. I don't have a recording of my show. It's obviously it was only heard in Orlando. You'll hear him nationally, should Larry Elder announce for governor. And he mentioned how he really resented his father growing up because he was such a tough father. And before he said anything else, I remember what I was thinking. But holy cow, did that man produce a wonderful human being in Carl Jackson. And then he added, and as I've gotten older, I've become more and more thankful for my father's strictness. Yes, my generation was spoiled rotten by, not all of us, I certainly wasn't. I had a very tough father and a tough mother, for that matter. And if you think I'm a good guy, that's a big reason.